Hey, YouTube. How y'all doing today? Bad news, of course. So, let me see if someone shows up. Hi, Princess A. Love you too. So, everybody's talking about the situation with Tamar Braxton. I don't want to come on here like you don't want to be negative when someone is trying to attempt to take your life. You got to have compassion for that, right? But there are a couple of things that I think need to be discussed. So basically, we don't know a damn thing about Tamar Braxton's personal business or her mindset. All we know for sure is that she was rushed to the hospital with an overdose of prescription drugs and alcohol mixed with alcohol. You know, much alcohol they tell you. I mean, much prescription drugs, and they'll tell you on the bottle, do not take with alcohol, right? So was she drinking and then taking pills at the same time? The only reason we're calling this a suicide attempt is because her boyfriend said it was a suicide attempt, right? But all we know for sure is that she was taking pills and alcohol, and she OD'd. People OD every single day, people. Now, from what I know of Tamar Braxton, she's always had drama in her life. She's been fired from shows, publicly humiliated. She's had a man at home that beats her. She's been having problems with her family. She's had all kinds of issues. So why did Tamar Braxton now she couldn't take it anymore, get to this point where she has 2 television shows, one premiering in a few days? Why should she choose now to kill herself? I'm not saying that she did or she didn't. I'm just saying all we know for sure is that she got high and she OD'd. OD is not necessarily suicide attempt. The only reason they call it a suicide attempt is because her boyfriend, the man who was there with her, said it was a suicide attempt. Right? How much alcohol was involved? Did she just decided to do this in a drunken stupor? We don't know. People always have all the answers, kind of thing. I saw on the last clip she made, I think, and the little boy, I guess maybe he's 4 or something years old, like that, and he was being like real bad, hitting her and you know, acting more like I don't know about kids, but 2 or 4 year old. She was under some stress about dealing with the kid. I could see that. She got stressed about dealing with this TV show. Now, people are saying that there was a trailer released showing Tamar in a bad light, and they say that maybe that's the reason why she killed herself. I'm sorry, people. I don't buy it. Tamar Braxton has been controversial since the day she stepped on the stage. She's always been. That is her stick, to be controversial. And she made the show. Every day they were in her house making the show, right? So it couldn't have been a surprise to her. So I don't think we should jump to the conclusions of this, and this is what happened. We don't know a damn thing about the situation. We know she survived Vince beating her ass every day. We know she survived all the controversy here with her family, live and on stage. And we know she's prone to a lot of drama in her life. I don't know why some trailer of her misbehaving is going to send her into suicide. I don't get it. I don't buy it. And whenever you're dealing with celebrities, you always have to look out for that opportunity. She said, listen, this happened. Kanye's running for president. Oh, he's got an album coming out this week. Such and such is arrested for whatever. Oh, they got a show. They released an album this week. Right? I'm not saying that the girl faked a suicide. I don't think that's it. But I think it's a possibility that she was not trying to kill herself. She simply OD'd. That's what most ODs are. Right? Anyway, it's an unpopular opinion. Dealing with these celebrities, though, you know, there's been a whole lot of stunting going on. She's been fired from television shows. Like, wouldn't that have made her commit suicide? When everybody turned against her and she was in the middle of a divorce and fighting for custody, wouldn't that have made her commit suicide? Why would a damn TV show, a trailer only runs, what, 1 minute, 1.5 minutes, about stuff that you knew what was recorded? You didn't like the mix of the recording, that's so you took your life? I don't think we should be jumping to the conclusion that's what it was. You don't know what's going on in somebody's head. We don't know what the relationship with this boy is. He was there, right? He's the one that found her. We don't know what was going on there. Yeah, she's always had issues. I mean, Tamar, she thrives on a lot of negativity. And when they threw her off was it the Real or one of them damn shows, the Real, I think it was, huge controversy. People have been talking shit about her. They probably got more videos made on Tamar Braxton than any other person on YouTube, really, when she's been in all of her drama. So why would this particular thing send her over? Particularly when she's obviously going to be paid for the show. She said she was complaining about the amount of money they were making. They made 75% less than what's the other people? Kanye's people. Why does my brain do that? I mean, I just don't get it. Okay. Anyway, she made a lot less money than. Wait a minute. Anyway, I just had another brain freeze. Then them Kardashians. Thank you, God. Loving God has mercy on the weak. My memory comes and goes. She's made 75% less than the Kardashians, right? So she's demanding more money. Well, isn't that just part of it, though? Aren't they always arguing about money and contracts and so forth? The show is about to premiere in a couple of days. She could be overwhelmed with having one show already going with this beautician thing. Is already going. Then she got this new show, which I assume that they've been filming for the last few months under these conditions, right? Then she got to raise this child, which the child seems like he might be kind of hard to handle for her doing all this different stuff. Then she got to promote whatever is about to happen. She could just be overwhelmed, and he's got too drunk, and it took too many pills, right? All the stories we've heard about people ODing on pills. I mean, that is epidemic in this country. Remember, people taking pills is not unusual. People, if you're taking pills without alcohol, that don't necessarily mean they want to die. They might just want to, stop the voices, honey. Anyway, I know unpopular opinion. Oh, you don't know this. Oh, you don't know that. Yeah, but you don't know this or that either, honey. But people just guessing. They don't know how much of reality TV is real. They don't even know if the feuds in the family are real. All we know is what they present to us, right? But this guy, who is not a doctor, he decided it was a suicide attempt. Now, whether they were fighting, she said, "I'll kill myself and took pills." We don't know any of that. We might know that he might have called the damn studio and they said, "What happened? She's unresponsive. The ambulance is on the way." What do I say? Tell them that she has attempted to take her own life. That's a lot more sympathetic than being a drug addict or ODing on drugs. We don't know, people. We know what they give us. Hey, people. Hi, you guys. I don't mean to be all negative on the woman, but they were calling her Tay Martian, and I mean, she's been under the thumb ever since she started. People couldn't stand. They won't say it now because she's sick. She's in the hospital. But people could not stand Tamar Braxton. She was the character that you love to hate. And then she said, why don't the Kardashians have somebody? Why don't they got a villain on the stage? So she apparently didn't want to be presented as the villain once again. She's sick of people talking shit about her and making her a monster. That's what it sounds like. That could be another issue. But she handled all these issues. I mean, the biggest issue she ever had was staying relevant. Now she got 2 shows going. I don't get it. I've been around a lot of drug addicts, though. People do OD when they take pills and alcohol. You're drinking. I mean, how drunk were you? We had one drink, guzzle it down and take the pills like that. That's an attempt to suicide. But if you're drinking all night, feeling good, taking a few pills like you always do every day, that's not necessarily a suicide attempt. That's a get high attempt, right? Anyway, let me get off that. I'm gonna get a lot of hate mail. You don't know. We just don't know. Seems to me that she would have been more suicidal when Vince was slapping her around, and she didn't want to leave that marriage. And Vince had all the money, and she got fired from the show at the same time. They have a lot more stressors. She's dealt with a lot more stressors than this. To have a new show premiering, I'm sorry, I don't get it. I don't believe it necessarily. Not that I don't believe that she's in the hospital, and not that I don't believe that there's a possibility she tried to kill herself, but I think it's more likely she got high and she OD'd. How do we know Patrick Peterson? How do we know the boyfriend wasn't involved? Maybe he slapped the shit out of her, and that was just too much. I'm not going through this again. See, we can't assume anything, people. And even when they come out with a story, that's the story that they come through the studios and the people who are involved in her career and their managers. And those people get together and they come up with the story. Here's what we're going to say. Hi, Fit Baby Boomer. Hi, Uncle Tim. Glad you are well. I don't think she tried to kill herself. Yes, exactly. She did too much living that life and got caught up. You got it. The suicide attempts is to clean it up. Exactly. Could be, not definite. We don't know anything. Yeah, what's his story? Is he in the new show? We don't know. We don't know. So I'm just putting that out there. We all want the girl to get well. But remember all of the publicity stuff she's been involved in. Now, I don't think this is a publicity stunt, because if you're taking all these pills and you're taking alcohol and you're getting rushed to the hospital, you could die. So I don't think she's ever been that crazy. But I've seen a lot of people and watched a lot of celebrities as they go through this OD. You can OD. I OD once. I wasn't trying to kill myself. I thought I was having a good time, honey. Particularly with prescription drugs. It's epidemic in this country right now. We all talking about COVID, but that was the epidemic. That was the story before COVID. One of the stories. Oh my goodness! Right? Okay. Now you on the line there. Open heart. Open heart mind. Savage mind says if they come out with a new season and this situation is on the show, I'm going to be so pissed. These are reality stars, people. That don't mean y'all can't pray for Tamar that she come off that stretcher, whatever situation is. Doesn't seem the family didn't have to have much. I've seen a couple of her sisters says pray for us. That's about it. But we don't. Whenever you're dealing with all these reality people, I mean, this is a reality star. You can't take anything for granted, honey. You don't know what's real and what's Memorex. From day to day, you're supposed to be presenting this as the real life. This is the real tea. Now you're right. Whoever the person just said, if they have this as part of the show, they would tell me that this is bullshit. But I'll tell you one thing, but it's absolutely sure. All of us who never heard of her new TV show, I never heard of it. I never heard of nothing about the new TV show. I heard about the TV show where she was a beautician or something like that. But everybody in the internet and in the online world now knows about this show that's about to premiere in, I think, 11 days. Just talking out loud, people. Just talking loud and ain't saying nothing. She has a show on YouTube as well. This is what she wanted. She wanted to be a star. Remember? Isn't that what the whole damn Braxton thing was about? Is her having a... This is energy drink. This is nothing else. That was called Rockstar. I don't think those things work on me. You know, you can only drink so much coffee, honey. Okay. This other thing is politics thing. Why in the hell is this guy, whatever, what's that governor name in Georgia? Why is he persistent in now he wants to sue the mayor of Atlanta because she said that masks are mandatory. Now, what kind of lawsuit is that? Why are you going after is it just that you're pissed that she went against your wishes, which come directly out of the mouth of Donald Trump? People from the South, you guys, I know y'all get pissed always talking about people from the South is slow and all this kind of stuff, or behind the curve and all this kind of thing. But why are you dragging ass with this? They got 36 states have already made it mandatory to wear these masks. But this dude here, he's going to fight it where he's taking the people to court to make sure you don't tell them that you have to wear a mask. What is the point? I mean, why is anybody hurt because you have a mask on? That's why they had the highest rate in the United States. Florida, Texas, all these damn southern places. Highest rate, going through the roof. And you want to fight them wearing a mask. Shouldn't you be doing everything in your power to have them wear a mask? This is something out of that Republican Trump book. He is using you people. And Trump, everything's going to go down before Trump goes down, right? So y'all think y'all building some loyalty to Trump. How's the business not going to open because you're wearing a mask? Please. Then they show all these restaurants in these places. The restaurants, the rule is supposed to be 6 feet apart, right? When you sit at a restaurant, they're usually little round tables or little square tables. Maybe just half of 3. So maybe you're 3 feet apart. That's the reach of a table. None of them wearing masks. Trump has muddied the waters. It's not important. How you gonna eat food? You're sitting right across from somebody. They're 3 feet, and you're talking to each other. And they show example after example after example in Florida and in Georgia. These people are not taking this thing seriously. And you know why? I'm a Republican. I don't got my right not to wear. So they said somebody killed somebody because they required them to wear a mask in the store. What the hell is with this mask thing, honey? Hopefully they're passing them out at the door of these places, though. I would think that would be the right thing, just in case they don't have a mask. Because when they come to the store, maybe they drove a couple miles to get there, and they found their parking, and they got inside the store because they had to wait outside. And then they get to the door, and people say, you ain't got no mask, you're not coming in. More than likely, they have signs all over the place. You have to have a mask to come in the store, right? But just in case they didn't bring one, they should provide a mask for people in these stores. Now, people say, oh, that costs money. Girl, these masks, I think you get them somehow. I figured they like 30 cents a piece. Yeah, they're going to spend a lot more money than 30 cents, people. So maybe that should happen. But I think it's a damn shame this man is here making headlines for not making people wear a mask when they have the highest numbers climbing and still climbing in the country. Doesn't make any sense to me. Don't trust these politicians. You can't trust shit. You just can't trust anything anymore. What their motives are. He's proven himself to Trump, no doubt. Because Trump had already showed them that anybody disagrees with him or goes anything against him, he's going to do everything he can to ruin their careers. He's going to go out and campaign against them. Y'all, people wanted the reality star to be the president. Oh, he's a big businessman. Then they asked him, is your life better? Is your life better than it was 4 years ago? How the hell is it better? We're in a fucking pandemic. People ain't worked in months. They're locked in the damn house. How the fuck could it be better? Oh yeah, it's much better. Much better how? Explain how it's better, honey. Going there, since he's been in there, all he's been doing is canceling out whatever Obama accomplished. All the regulations. Oh, I removed the regulations. Yeah, that makes the billionaires happy because they get more money. They're obsessed with money. What does it do to people who now you're putting in danger? That big real estate collapse. Obama put certain things in place so that wouldn't happen again. It wouldn't be able to happen. Trump has taken away all the regulations he put in. So now it very well could happen again. And what's going to happen at the end of this month, Trump? What's going to happen at the end of this month when people can now evict people for not paying their rent? Who the fuck has got 4 months of rent saved up? They didn't say you forgave the rent. You postponed it, right? Delayed it. What position are these people going to be in when they got to pay up all this money, which starts in about 11 days? And now you have removed restrictions that said that they couldn't be evicted in that period. Well, I would think you would have to expand that because this has gone on a lot further than we thought. And a lot of it is because of Trump. All his damn, it tells you when he has all these big rallies and nobody wears a mask, that's telling you something, people. They're not all one collective brain. They didn't all decide, oh, I don't want to wear a mask today. Oh, I don't think I want to wear a mask. No, they did it deliberately. This is how they show they are Trumpians. Idiots. But they're idiots, and then they go to work, and they give it to everybody else on the job. And they give it to the Uber driver. They give it to their children, and they give it to their parents. They just giving it to everybody, honey, because Donald Trump said it's ridiculous. It's not dignified. I look like a duck. You look like an idiot, Trump. Then you got Biden winning. He don't got to do anything, really. He can whip your ass sitting in a recliner. Just watching you be stupid. Just let him go. Let him be a ridiculous clown. And I'll win by default. Idiot. Hi, babies. Hi, Nicole Reloaded. Thanks for the video, Nicole. I saw it. What was going on with oh, thank you, Fit Baby Boomer. I got me a Cash App for my favorite viral Uncle Tim. That's so nice. In my head. That's sweet. Hi, moderators. Let me see who else is in here. Oh, this is a full thing. Yeah, people, we got to be unaware of depression as well. How normal is it to be sitting in your house for 3 and 4 and 5 months, particularly when you have young children and stuff screaming and hollering, and they're antsy, they've been locked up way too long. I mean, you got to accept that there's going to be a certain amount of depression that comes with this thing. I experienced it just yesterday, and it's strange because this very morning in my prayers, I said, God, don't let the depression come today. Depression, you don't want to get up, you don't want to do anything. Nothing is interesting. You can't find enough strength to dust your damn house down. That's depression, baby. All you want to do is get to sleep. What time is sleep come? I'll get through this day. So I think it's a natural thing. It's going to be a part of this. Be aware of it, people. Don't go out there drinking alcohol and pills. I think it'd be a certain amount of depression. And plus, you need physical exercise. When I used to fight off depression, I would go to the gym. And when I came out of the gym, I wouldn't even remember why I was depressed. Physical exercise. Interacting with people. I haven't talked to a human being. I don't even remember when the last time I talked to one. Unless somebody want to pat my dog's head and say, cute. That's it. So, yes, it can be depressing. Retirement is not always cracked up to be, honey. We're always fighting off depression. Trying to find some interest, something to do. Be aware of that, people. And you feeling blue? I don't like the word depression for myself, really, because I work with people who actually were clinically depressed. And I know what a painful and terrible thing that is. So I don't like just throwing around, oh, I'm depressed. And this. If something happens bad, I run out of money or something like that, I'm depressed. But there's got to be a lighter word. I'm blue. I'm blue. My boyfriend don't love me no more. And I got the blues. That was Rolling Stones. And I pull my hair out. I'm going to pull my hair out just for you. And I got the blues. As I stand by the fire of your warm fire, feeling low down, I'm blue. Now, you would think I would have a lot more blues songs in my repertoire. Got me a little red rooster, too lazy to crow. Did you get my super chat? Oh yes, thank you for Fit Baby. Now thank you. I sure did. I don't get a whole lot of super chat. I don't know why. They give some of them get them. They make bank, honey. I'm not complaining. I like to be here with you guys. Google pays us fine, but yeah, they don't do a lot of that with me. Did you get? So yes, absolutely. These people just fighting this mask thing so bad just to wear a damn mask. It helps me to help you. Let's do what we can to help each other. Right. It's always, like I said before, it's always spittle, honey. Anything you open your mouth is spittle. Why are you fighting against? No, let me kill them. The fuck? Why are you so inconvenienced to put a mask on? I hate to say ignorant. I probably overused the word. There's a whole lot of ignorant ass people. When Trump had them rallies at the Rushmore and in Tulsa, it seemed like not one of those people had a mask on. What in the hell is the point? You're all in there, and they were all right next to each other and spitting all back and forth because they're yelling for Trump because Trump told a joke. And he don't give a shit. Trump is incapable of giving a shit. Trump is a sociopath. He has there's something missing in his psyche. I don't know. It was from according to his cousin, this girl who just released his book. There was some mental abuse going on in their family. So I don't know if you become a sociopath. Is that something you're born with, or is it something that you're groomed into? Whatever it is, he is incapable of thinking about other people. He only thinks in terms of, oh, they like Trump. Look at them. They're all cheering for Trump. Trump. It's just, disgusting. To think they made that person a president is cartoonish. And all the people he's preaching to, look at him. What the hell they get out of it? They love all that race stuff, though. They always fed on that. They got tattoos all over their body. I'm a racist. It ain't too bad. Okay. Oh my gosh, killed someone. Yes, that was a dispute over wearing the mask. There's all kinds of videos out there. Just put in your search engine, fights over mask wearing. You can find a whole bunch of Karens and Simons and all kind of people. They refuse to wear a mask. It's so stupid. It means they're sociopaths. They don't give a fuck about you. It's my right. I'm entitled. And a lot of these people, they feel entitled to do whatever they want to do. They don't want you to tell them nothing. And they follow behind a fool like Trump, who has studied them. Trump ain't got nothing to do with these coal miners and things. Only a little small town. Then he ain't got nothing in common with them at all. He wouldn't touch them. He wouldn't spit on them to touch them. All of a sudden now he's their boy. Please. Well, thank you, Nessa D. Thanks for the super chat. Oh, I like that cartoon. She is really happy. Thank you, honey. Okay, who is this? I have an in-person office meeting tomorrow, and I will be wearing 950. Yeah, I like the 95 mask because it gives you a little space to breathe. Where's the one? Well, the one I'm wearing now is they're cloth and they're tight, but your nose and mouth is all smashed in, right? So 95 is not that bad, but I always had to take that bottom string. I have to loosen it because I can't just have a little air in there. I think it's one of the best ones. I just got some today. Let's do an unveiling because I just got some a minute ago from the mail. Let's see what they are, baby. Hold on, people. Hold on. Just a little while longer. Nothing's gonna trouble the water. we've done become the mass collectors. Okay, so my N95s, I wore about a week a piece. That's down, right? And then I got these things, which it seems like everybody's wearing these, but you got to watch who the manufacturer is, right? Because of these out of the 3 times I wore one, it's the same one, like a surgical mask. You know, see, it looks. Oh, look, there it is. The little balloons that it's like everybody's wearing. Out of 4 times I tried to wear one, 3 of the times the damn string broke. So fortunately, the string broke before I got out of the house. So because I would have been out in the middle of the street, but the damn mask don't work. Then the current ones we're wearing are these ones. These were more expensive, and I've been wearing them for about 2 or 3 days. These ones cloth, and get some elastic in there, but they restrict your nose and stuff too. So I started wearing these a few days ago. Cloth. Wish I could. Can you see which one it is? All right. They're made by Hanes. There's millions of them around now, people. People was cashing in, honey. And we just got this. We're going to unmask this one together. This just came in from Amazon. So let's see. Oh, okay. Now this looks pretty good here. How much does this cost? Let me see. Okay. No information in here. Call it a cotton face cover. So this is the black one. I guess what everybody's been wearing. It just came. Oh, that ain't bad. It looked like a superhero. Oh, this one. This was much more comfortable than the white one. Although the white ones cost more money. I don't think these cost that much. I think they were like maybe it's $30. No, it's less than that. Got to be. I think they were like $27 for 3 of them. But they got so many masks now. Stock up, people, in case you run out. All right, that's our show and tell. Let's see what else is going on. Yeah, but it's not that big a deal to wear that. Usually, if you go in the store, you ain't gonna be in there for hours and hours and hours and hours. You know, you gotta keep the air fresh because all those particles are just all up in the air if you're inside. If you're talking to people, you can't help but spit some. Oh, you have the washable ones too? So I guess these are washable. Yeah, so I can stop buying it. Because I was buying those 9 N95. I think I must have bought about 10 of those. They're all used now. I said, well, I'll put them away. And then after 3 or 4 days, it shouldn't be contagious anymore, right? Or a week. But I think those might be washable too. These are definitely washable. And these white ones are washable. These are pretty good. Hanes. Makes you feel good all over. So the people are starting to get their money. We're going to be in this thing for, it looks like a whole year, at least. To use tiny rubber bands to get. Okay, I hear you, Lillian. Lillian says, I like the double layer ones. I have a thin face, so I have to use a tiny. Yeah, when you first get them, just get one, or you can buy 1 or 2 of them. And don't buy these big packages of 50 of them until you see how they fit your face. But you might be stuck with them. Like them first ones I had, these damn surgical things, that's a bust. That's a waste of money. I won't even feel secure going out the door if they're going to break if I touch it. Because I got a big ass head, I guess. I think those are probably made by different people, you know. I'm sure there's some good quality ones out there too. Where's this? James Caldwell masks are great. Order his. That's right. Yeah, Zachariah. Yeah, James Caldwell, if you're into fashion, oh, you like things look nice. James Caldwell has some. And I understand that's the 3rd time I've heard that they're great. So support your YouTubers. Did y'all see that? Did y'all see that Rumble yesterday? What's that young lady's name? I forget the lady's name, but they had James Caldwell, Deanna Irving, Tracy, all three other people. I think it was 6 of them, and Phi Babe, right? Now, Phi Babe always claiming that Tracy is the most hated woman on YouTube, right? I beg to differ, because they could not stand your ass. And they went at it, but like with StreamYard is, nobody could control themselves. And it was a lot of I'm on restriction. I can't say the B word, but they throw a lot of B words around, right? That's entertainment. Was very entertaining. Not much was accomplished there. But I would challenge her by saying that Tracy is the most hated person on YouTube. I think if you would run neck and neck with her, if not pass her up, Miss Phi Thing. Anyway, everybody denies they did everything. You got to go and looking for the original videos, and videos have been erased and all this kind of stuff, child. I wish these people find something else to talk about. Get off these damn. Who brought all this children stuff in? It's supposed to be an adult site, right? But all of a sudden now everything's about the children. I assume that most women have children. I would never even mention their children. Why would I care about that? Just come on and be an adult person. That woman can't make one video without talking about a daughter. Girl, you got a daughter. Probably 80% of women at some point in their life have a daughter. We don't need to know about that. Can you have a separate life? Then she's on the vulgarities to come out of her mouth. Her daughter is she got an apartment like this. I got this room, and then I got the living room next door. There's no way in hell her daughter is not here. Her fussing, cussing, calling everybody B words and whole words and all this stuff, all the horrible things she says. How can the child not hear it? She says, go in there and turn the TV up. No, Phi Babe, get your ass out there and find a bigger apartment. That child's taking that stuff right to school. So you're going to be talking about all this nasty stuff she talks about? Oh, God. And then she always want to turn every conversation. She's going to mention her daughter until somebody says something about her daughter. She gets going to mention it and 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 mention it ad nauseum. Until somebody who wants to make her mad says something about her daughter. Oh, now I got to say, oh, did you hear what he said? Did you hear what you threw her out in the street? Stop it. Stop it. Be an adult. Damn, you can't have an adult conversation. Anyway, I found that video. Y'all know what it is. Word moves fast. Mental health is real. You ain't lying. I don't get real depressed, but yeah, sometimes it gets to be too much. You need human contact. You need to do something, honey. You need to be able. I guess I could walk around the block, but me and the dog, we take 2 walks a day. That's nothing, though. I mean, you don't encounter people like that. And people who work for a living, glad I ain't in that number. People who work for a living, they don't have time to be sitting around measuring their feelings all the time. How do I feel? Oh, I feel depressed. Oh, I feel no, you have something to do. You have a job. That helps, honey, tremendously. You guys know. You're just doing what's in front of you. So that clock at 5 o'clock comes. You heard, okay, Anthony says, I heard freezing your mask after you wash them helps. Okay. I don't encounter people very much. Every once in a while, I'll see somebody on the street. I'll talk a minute to them. But so mostly, but I wear it even outside walking the dog. When you're in a place like, if you go to Safeway, that's Safeway right there next door. When you go in there, all this stuff is all over the air, because people are not so much now because they're requiring that they have a mask on. When they didn't require to have a mask on, that means that whole air was saturated with corona. You like my hair length? Oh, I'm still troubled. You know what I'm gonna do? I think I'm gonna put a light relaxer or something. What's that guy? That news guy, the black guy? He's a professor, I believe. He's got an afro, but his hair is so beautiful. When you see the in the camera, it's like soft, it's like curly like this, but it's got some kind of extra relaxer in it, I think. Maybe we'll see. We'll see. It itches right here, though. I noticed under the ears, but I'm not paying nobody no $15 to do that. No, these are not. These are not the one. N95s. I have those, but they're all used. I don't want to bring a used one on here, but I got that 3 other ones too. N95s are the most comfortable if I don't use the bottom strap. When I use the bottom strap, it is too restrictive. So I don't know if it's breaking the rules or what, but my face and nose is still covered. But this black one that was pretty cool. Amazon. I think they're $27. But those are washable. I don't want to bother with these ones that got filters in them and all that kind of stuff. I said, I don't need all that stuff on my face. When the filter thing, I believe, is made for when they have like brush fires and the air is dirty. We have those all the time in California. And many times that even if the fire is not in this city, the wind brings the soot and the smoke into the city. So you'll see people with masks on, even before this whole corona thing. Post office gives the Hanes to employees. Well, it's good. They should. You can't require people to do something, and then if they don't have it, that's when these fights break out. It might be a simpler case. I don't have one. But, after people start standing their ground, businesses are going to have to be responsible for that. Because there's always a chance somebody's just going to break. Somebody didn't get none. They couldn't find none. My nephew works for the post office. I have one relative here. And he just came here recently, maybe 5 years ago, but he works at the post office. And so they never stop working. I guess they're essential. Robin said he used them in the past. Who was Robin? Oh, you're speaking to somebody else, Tiffany. He's not using them anymore. Use the mask, people. Do your part. That's your part. Just like you vote. You got one vote. That's your part. You go vote. That's your part. This thing here, wear a mask. And we have such a coward for a president because they've got examples of these other countries where this pet mask thing has actually worked and their economy is growing again. We are number one. He always talking about we're number one. We are number one for corona infections. Over 60,000 a day. Fauci said it's going to be 100,000 a day. And some people are dying. Now, they ain't got to be old to be dying. Stop ding dong. Dick the bing bong donna. What you doing? Don't eat your dad's face off. Get down. You want to say hello? Come here. Get it bum up here. Hello. Hi, people. How you doing? Look over there. Go say. Look at over there. Look over there, smiling. Why you always lying? Why you always lying? Why you always lying? But maybe like the dance, he has to have music go to dance. He'll get the rhythm at some point. They have closed bars down again in Las Vegas. Yeah, here too. This week they opened the bars. I think they only open for about 2 weeks, something like that. Very few people were showing up, but it's closed back down again now. So essentially, we're back to where we were in April, except we have all these more cases in Cali. I think it's something like 6,000 a day. LA is having a much bigger problem because, how many people are in LA? Is it 6 million people in that LA area? Six or something, or 6 to 11 million people, because it's all a metropolis, right? So they're all the cities. You leave one city, you cross the street, you're in another city, right? So anyway, San Francisco has a total of 800,000 people. So you see the difference. That's why they're having a much bigger problem there, because they're a much bigger place. Here we have 800,000 people, but there's all other cities around separated usually by water. So they call it the Bay Area. Would be like our LA, right? But they're separate places across a bridge, across water. You would think that Trump would have more compassion, but like they said about sociopaths, there's something missing in them. They're not capable of thinking very deeply about other people. They're just not. That's why they can become serial killers and things, because they don't give a shit. They don't care nothing about your life. Like a woman, y'all remember Silence of the Lambs? That was one of my favorite movies back in the day. Anyway, and the senator kept saying the girl's name. Her name is Carolyn. Her name is Carolyn. Carolyn. Because they're trying to get the person to recognize this as a person. Because the killer did not even see it as a person. The killer just saw it as a piece of flesh where he can make a jacket out of. You see? That's a sociopath. Well, in that case, a psychopath. So how he convinced all them poor white folks that he cared about them, I don't know. All I know is he told them I'm white. Thank you, Melinda. $13 million. Ooh, my Lord. James Ball says Los Angeles has about 13 million to 15 million people there. Okay. Well, it's hard to say what Los Angeles. Yeah, I heard the number was, I know it had millions of people, right? But in Los Angeles County, like one city would be, like you take Hollywood. No, let's take West Hollywood. West Hollywood is its own city, right? But it sits right in the middle of Los Angeles County. So the county is what's huge. And then it connects to other counties, Orange County and all these other big places. And they got Long Beach and they got all these different cities, but they all come together and then it's all one big metropolis. So to say Los Angeles County, probably Los Angeles doesn't have 13 million, but the whole metropolis has, those numbers. So I'm not disagreeing with you, James Boss. I lived there 15 years. I loved LA. I had no intention of leaving. Only reason I came to San Francisco is because they put me on a prison bus and sent me here to San Quentin. That was never no plan of mine, honey. Did Trump tell us if his kid will return to school? He's in such private schools, but yeah, he needs to be educated too. Everybody, I mean, all these kids, how can you just throw them out there and have a date when you're going to throw them back? We have no idea where we're going to be at that time. And I'm telling all these states, encouraging them to open. How do you know what even the state of the place is going to be, honey? It should be depending on where the numbers are at that time. He doesn't give a fuck. He says it. Trump says, I want the schools open, period. Why? Because he wants people to go back to work. He don't want people at home taking care of kids. Get the economy started. In his mind, somehow or other, I guess he believes that he can restart this economy and get it booming and get back to normal in 3 months. He's Wonder Woman or somebody. Yeah, I used to love LA. I lived in Hollywood and West Hollywood. That's where my life was. But it's strange though, because now I have no desire to go back there at all. I haven't even been back to LA to visit. You would think after 15 years, but a lot of people that I love there are dead. And I haven't went back to see the ones who haven't. Every once in a while, somebody will come up here to visit. I'll see them, But even when I was there, I wanted to live in more than one place. I don't want to be there for the rest of my life. So it was going to be New York or Chicago, somewhere. The weather is gorgeous there too. But LA has got its problems too. They have all those brush fires every year. People building these damn $10 million houses that burn up. They build them hanging off of cliffs and the damn cliff fall in. All cities have got issues, environmental issues. They have earthquakes. They have earthquakes here. Fortunately, they haven't had one since I've been here. I think I've been here 23 years, something like that. They have little tremors, but the big thing here is fires. And since San Francisco has got so many buildings, is not prevalent in this particular city. But just outside of San Francisco, they have fiery season, you might say. He's probably got tutors. I mean, they got money. Nobody can deny they got money. according to his cousin, that he tried to steal all the money from the family. So he tried to get all of Fred's money. And hopefully he ain't blown it all. Why don't want to show his taxes? Although the taxes, it's probably not going to be an accurate record. We know he's a crook. Why would he report everything on his taxes? He's been a crook since he was a baby. The masks are too hot to wear? Okay, you got to get you a cooler mask, honey. They're too hot. These are little things here. I don't know why these are so... K-Breeze. Don't buy this brand, whatever it is. Can you see it? These break apart so easy. But these are really light, and these are what seems like most people are wearing. They're like hospital disposable masks. I guess you have to wear them once a day, throw them away. That's okay. It'll be for emergencies, but I got a couple of packs of those. But they're lightweight. You can get used to them, honey. You can get used to anything. Linda B., that is a problem. And really, I am hoping the school districts and others in the community are working on this because it is a problem. I imagine so. You have children, you have responsibilities, honey. So I imagine it's very hard to go to work if your kids have to be at home and they're too young to be at home by themselves. Then you got to pay somebody. Anyway, they can't even go to childcare apparently. But does that affect mostly the women, or is that the men are affected by that as well? It used to be back in the old days, the dream was that the women stay home, take care of kids anyway, and the men will go out to work. But I don't know many people in that class bracket. Well, they used to be at home, but still, even when they were home, the kids would be at school most of the time. They would get a break. That might have been what's going on with Miss Tamar, because that child was really acting, no. Let's pray for the mothers. Hold on. Remember I got to Indiana one time, and my sister had their children, and I didn't know the children because I hadn't been there. And they were, both of them had a child that was 2 years old. And all the child would say was, no, mine. They knew mine, and they know no. I said, no, I'm not going to kill no children. Don't go out there burning your mouth, people. They were still little darlings after they got through their terrible twos, I think they call them. Single parents affected even more, right? Yeah, I was raised by a single parent. That would be an impossible situation. You can't just leave your kids. And the single parents got to make enough money to pay for childcare. That's expensive, hell. You trying to give somebody a salary out of your salary? What else is going on, people? Single parents affected. Can't believe that guy though, that governor, he's suing the mayor for just asking people to wear a mask, making it mandatory. You're not wearing a mask to protect yourself, people. You're wearing a mask to protect other people. Reloaded weapons here. Then when they test, they're saying, well, 25%, I mean, 1 out of every, or sometimes 30%, 1 out of every 3 people has been infected with coronavirus in some of these tests they're doing. You know what that's saying? That means basically everybody's got it. It's the least you could do. If you want your life back. I think it's so strange when they show these clips of these people who are running through supermarkets, and then they're going to make them accept them. How you going to just go around people? Entitlement. Now, that might be a Karen issue. Entitlement. I do whatever the hell I want to do. I'm a white woman. That's the kind of attitude I get. Or man, whatever. Right. God, you feel the people who've got triplets and all these kids, 3 and 4 kids, all around the same age. I mean, kids are generally around close to the same age, I assume. Fit baby, you've been wearing your mask for 2 months. That's good. Keep with it, honey. I don't think we're nowhere near out of this thing. Even if they come up with this, I guess they got some progress with vaccine, but they got to get the vaccine to everybody in the United States. That's going to take time. Even if they come up with something, they got to go through this whole process of approving it and proving that it works, and then they got to get them to everybody. And I'm beginning to get concerned because it's time for the flu shot, the regular flu shot. I haven't missed one of those in 10 years. But I think you can get those at like a Safeway or a Walgreens usually. That's be the only time. Usually I go to my doctor and get it, but if they have it at Safeway, I just get it here. Robin Bird. My oldest used to help me out a lot, but he turned 18 and moved out. Got to let them wings break. I'm a man. I understand. I left at 19. I agree with you, Justin. You'll try it. Baby, please be quiet. Will you shut up, please? Thank you so much. Hey. Raising each cheering. Raising each cheering. Shut up, child. Get it over here. Get it over here. Get it over here. Yeah, I saw the hole in my shirt too. I just saw it. Oh, shit. Right there. I saw it. These YouTubers, they'll see it, honey. They'll take it. They'll screenshot it. I twisted my arm. Okay. Ooh, I hurt my arm. Baby, look what you called the pain you caused. Raising each cheering. Bees with the more diseases. Nicole, you're not gonna take the vaccine? Well, maybe if everybody else gets vaccine around you, then they can't pass anything to you. I'm not leaving up out of here until they have a vaccine, honey. No. There'll be massive casualties. Fauci says, James Balls, that there's going to be 100,000 people a day being infected with this virus, all because of the leadership that we've had. They could have had it tamed. Other cities have had it tamed. They got 5 or 6 deaths. Here we sit up here with 137,000. They will have to expedite the vaccine. It's currently in phase 3. Phase 3, that's good, right? Mark my word, the vac will be out in September. Oh, that'd be wonderful, James Boss. I hope they do. Hope it's proven that it works. I hope it's not we're going to go out here and take a shot of something and thinking we're safe and then expose ourselves again because we thought this vaccine works. So they do got to be sure that it works. But look at the flu vaccine. They work great. They use millions of doses every year. So it's not like it's a new thing to have vaccines out there. It's just a major endeavor. And a lot of these companies are going to cash in with syringes and all this kind of stuff. I need to take care of that. Linda B. Is that person in the hallway? Is that what bothering you, baby? What is the problem? What is the problem? They out there, Daddy. I know they're out there. They can be out there, Squeenie. They pay rent. It's their house too. I don't want them coming in here, Daddy. The little pooch. Uncle Tim, why do you think neither T.D. Jakes nor Ayanna Van Zandt couldn't help them? Help who? I think their mother and father faked their lives. Okay, not faked it, but effed it. Lives up by living one way in public and another in private. Okay, you think T.D. Jakes or Ayanna Van Zandt is going to fix their problem, fix my life kind of thing? I don't. You're dealing with these reality people. You don't even know what's real, honey. I mean, do y'all really believe that the Real Housewives of Atlanta, Georgia are arguing with somebody every week for 10 years? What's the likelihood? They all hate each other for 10 years? No, some things happen. Some people got married on there for real. You know, a lot of the storylines is bullshit. It's all mixed in together though. So I don't trust anything coming out of reality TV. Right? Some of it's real and some of it's not. You got to have a show. If you have a responsibility to put on a show every week, if there's nothing going on, you got to make something happen. So it's just maybe just a coincidence that she has a show coming out in less than 2 weeks, and all of a sudden she's gonna kill herself. I believe, honestly, Tamar Braxton did not try to kill herself. I believe. Don't ask me why. If you were drinking, taking pills. People drink and take pills, especially in Hollywood, all the time, honey. And people OD all the time. I think that's just the cover story they chose to use. That's what I believe. Tamar Braxton had a lot of ego. I don't see her as being a weak person. Not considered. Look at how much trash she's had to deal with since she started. I mean, everybody has a video about Tamar Braxton, and none of them are flattering. She put up with all that, a man beating her ass, losing her house, losing all of her riches, starting over again, having a baby, we're trying to have 2 TV shows, all this stuff. All of a sudden now, she just has to kill herself. I don't buy that. I think she just got high. She OD'd, like Whitney. How did these particular kind of pills get in the house? If she wasn't taking them, how did they get in there then? How does she have them? Yeah, a lot of it's staged and a lot of it's real. They accused all of us who went to Atlanta of we being all fake, we changed and all that kind of stuff. Trust me, a lot of it is real, honey. It's just that thing about having a show every week, though. Yeah, she was terrible on the Braxtons. People don't want to say anything about it because they want to be compassionate now, right? But the only evidence we had that she tried to kill herself, that didn't come out of her mouth. It might now if it's the story they chose, but that came out of the boyfriend's mouth. Was he a doctor? Did she make a dying decree? Where's the suicide note? Don't they always leave suicide notes? Goodbye, cruel world, and all this kind of stuff. And she wanted to know why they don't have a bad girl on the Kardashians. So Tamar seems to be obsessed with what's going on with the Kardashians. She feels like she ought to be as rich as the Kardashians. She feels like she's working just as hard as the Kardashians. Whatever, you got to get a hit, honey. You got a show just starting. Your other show just started a couple months ago. You got to make them hits. And then you can demand what you want. But you can't demand what you want before the show is successful. You can't come in. Kardashians have been number one at that thing. You can't come in and expect them to get what they get right then. Yes, there's always unequal pay when you're dealing with minorities. We know that happens. Look at Monique and all her ramblings. But at the same time, you have to have a hit show in order for them to pay you, honey. They don't have the money to just give you millions and millions and millions of dollars. So they say the big problem is with we. I saw the little clip. It ain't nothing but typical Tamar. That's why I think there might be a little bit of publicity thing going on there as well. Because that trailer, who they advertise, and everybody knows about the trailer. Everybody got a link to the trailer. So you got to watch people with the facts. I didn't know anything about this show. Now I know about it. It starts in a couple of days. Right? Publicity stunt or accidental overdose, which is what usually happens. That's what 80% of them are. What else is going on here? Somebody said I need to roll back sometime and see what's going on. I'm already over. Family dynamics are complicated. Right. Yeah, it's not. See, that's all in the context of a television show. I mean, how many people? How close are you guys really to your sisters and their families and so forth? My family, they can live in all different states and all kind of stuff. They make it like it's all, they all living in the same house and they all got to have certain relationships and they all, real tight. Not necessarily so. They could have just came together and make a show. You know what I'm saying? So whatever. We're wishing that girl will recover fully. It's not important what story she comes up with. What's important is that she lived through it. And hopefully if she's taking pills and she's mixing them with alcohol, she won't do that anymore because it is dangerous. And because you ask the people who work in the emergency room, baby, that happens every night. The epidemic. We don't talk about it anymore, but the epidemic, these prescription drugs. Kids stop taking cocaine, costs too much money. Stop taking meth. They can always get into the medicine cabinet and do their parents' drugs. But nobody can deny that the drugs had to be there for her to take them. Right? Somebody was taking them. Took too much. Voice of a feminist scientist that worked with Dr. Fauci changed my whole outlook on COVID. Yeah, Fauci is trying to do his job. It is hard to do around Donald Trump. They are opposing because Fauci wants to tell the truth and try to come to some conclusion or some progress with this disease. Trump wants the opposite. He wants people to not talk about this disease at all, and he wants them to put him back in the White House based on the economy is going. You don't got enough time for that, Trump. You're not turning this economy around, damn 3 months. You might think that you're some kind of business whiz, but you're not. You couldn't even turn around a damn casino. A casino, it should have been a money grab. I mean, they make millions and millions and millions of dollars. You couldn't even do that. So how the hell are you going to turn our country around in 3 months? Forget it. You should have run on doing the right thing by these people in this virus. You had all the power in the world. You could have Fauci and a whole team as big as you wanted. But oh no, you want to go the opposite direction. You want us all to turn on Fauci. And look at how many careers he's ruined since he's been in the White House. How many people have been fired after 35 years on the job on a whim of Donald Trump? That old blonde woman, Kelly, what is the name? Kelly McElmania, whatever the hell her name is. She's feeling so confident up there lying for every damn thing he does. Although she always did cape for him. Girl, that job is not secure. If he wanted, he'll dump your ass and get somebody else. Like he did everybody else. You can know no different than anyone else. Trump uses them and throws them away like toilet paper. They don't want people to know about the truth about COVID. You're right. I like listening to your perspective on life and some of your favorite stories. Thank you, Melinda Mellons. I like listening to your perspective on life. Yeah, this is all just an opinion, baby. It's just an opinion. Don't take these YouTubers too seriously. We don't know anything, honey. We're just giving you our opinion. We're just saying that our opinion counts as well. We are human beings. Okay, guys, thanks for coming in. Stay safe. Do the best you can. Wear those masks. Later.